Hi, I'm Thom Lunshof. I'm the director of First Zone, a film which will premiere at Edinburgh Film Festival. First Zone is about Fenna, a solitary woman who's trying to find her way back home while she's traveling through a future Netherlands which has been flooded for some time. The biggest inspiration for this film was actually the place where I grew up in. I grew up in the northern part of the Netherlands, a province called Friesland, and it's the province with the most water of the Netherlands. And we always have this kind of dual relationship with water. So on the one hand we enjoy the water, we have the lakes, we have the rivers and we have the sea. But on the other hand, a large part of Friesland is actually laying quite a bit below sea level. And the sea level is rising because of climate change. So I wanted to make a film about how this possible future reality would actually look like in a realistic sense and what it would mean for someone living there. The biggest challenge during the process of the film was actually filming in and around water. A large part of the film you see is done without studios or green screen or visual effects. Because we wanted to have this very realistic sense of the film, we went into nature reserves and very remote locations. Which of course is very hard to get to with the crew and an equipment, and especially for the main actress Hadewig Minnes, who plays Fenna. She had to be in and around water all day, plunging through mud plates, etc. But in the end it gave her a very realistic sense of her performance, and also for us a very real sense of how it actually would look like if the Netherlands was flooded for some time. Of course it's great that the film will now be presented at a very big festival. Especially because we've worked with a very tiny but very ambitious crew for a long time on this film. It was hard work going into these very remote locations. But also for me it's important to get these matches of climate change across, especially in a time where it seems to be shoved away more and more. The most important message of the film is of course about climate change and what will happen to, in this case, the Netherlands if we continue to live this way. But for me, on a smaller scale, the film is also about someone who tries to find human connections in a world where it doesn't seem to exist anymore, and how she has to cope with this and find new meaning in a world where a lot of things seem lost. Thanks CNL for taking the ferry with me, and please go and watch First Zone at Edinburgh Film Festival.
Running away is easy. It's the leaving that's hard.